All right, y'all, what's going on? Goofy Rexy here. I hope everybody is doing well. A lot of stuff to talk about in this blog post. We're gonna go through a lot here. The Gamma team and Red Hulk is confirmed. We know that there are gonna be some reworks here to She-Hulk and then also Hulk, original Hulk here in the game. And they're gonna be two new characters in addition to Red Hulk. They're also gonna be a part of this new Horseman legendary team that we're going to be talking about here as well. Now we won't get information and details about Red Hulk and about Hulk, I should say, and She-Hulk in regards to their rework. We won't get their kit information yet. That is going to be available sometime next week is my understanding. But we'll talk about that, talk about the additional teams that you're going to need here in order to be able to unlock the next legendary War Horseman, who we now know is going to be Red Hulk. Some updates here on the Pestilence Scourge event, update on G17. We're going to talk a little bit about Doom Raid 3, Cosmic Crucible, some leagues are going to be coming here, and then also some things are going to be happening to some challenges. So let's first jump into here. So yeah, Gamma Smash, the Gamma team is now going to be coming to Marvel Strike Force here. So try not to rip your shirts with excitement and get ready to meet a squad of Gamma Radiation infused heroes and villains who will not disappoint in the category of smash everything in sight. The new Gamma team will wreak havoc in war. So this is going to be a war team here with their seemingly endless max health, regeneration, and their impressive damage. You'll get exactly what you would expect from a team with more than one version of Hulk. As I mentioned here, full team of 5 characters who will be required, of course, to unlock the mighty Apocalypse. And they mentioned it here, the War Horseman is going to be Red Hulk. They also talked about something very interesting here as well. There's going to be a new effect that Red Hulk is going to be bringing into Marvel Strike Force. They called it Battlefield Effects, right? It's going to be a new sort of mechanic or a brand new ability. This is a brand new ability coming to the game for the first time, Battlefield Effects. Because of the long-lasting effects of gamma radiation, Red Hulk will be able to inflict a new visual effect that even persists after that. So we're gonna have to take a look and see what that is. They also give us some additional updates in regards to the teams that you're gonna need for the War Scourge, right? So we already know that we have the Hero Asgardian team as a required team, and they are now giving us the additional traits that you will need for node 5 at difficulty 5 plus, and node 10 here, the Ravager team and the Wave 1 Avenger team. Now, I don't think a lot of us probably are going to be investing into the Wave 1 Avenger team. This is before this event. I'm assuming that most endgame players probably have them at gear tier 12 or probably higher if they were using them in war defense, but not a very good team. But of course, Thor is technically also a part of the Wave 1 Avenger team as well, but he's going to be Hero Asgardian. I believe Black Widow, who is a part of the Skeleton team, also still has the Wave 1 Avenger tag. And then of course now Ravager, there's Star-Lord T'Challa, and then there's other Ravagers. I know some people do favor Stitcher, who's also a gamma radiation in terms of hero unique here, so gotta be careful with that, I think. And then Yondu. Those are probably 3 characters. The other ones I'm kind of like meh on a little bit here, but let's talk about these 2 new characters that are going to be added to this Gamma team. So the first one is going to be Abomination, and then they have another character here who's Brawn. So we're going to talk about their kits really quickly and kind of sort of what they do. So let's start off with Brawn first. I'll start off with Abomination first, and then we'll sort of kind of work our way down. So Abomination is going to have the villain, the global tag, the bio tag, brawler, and then gamma. So let's take a look at his kit and abilities. So the passive ability here, grotesque rage. On turn, heal self for 20% of this character's max health. On turn, flip 1 random positive effect on all enemies with any positive effect. So that could definitely be pretty useful. He'll gain 30% max health. He'll give 30% drain here. He will also give that drain to the other gamma allies that are around him. He'll also give gamma allies as well 30% max health. And he does have a pretty high focus here, because you can see gain 30% focus for each gamma ally. So if you have those 4 gamma allies around him, Of course, you're gaining some pretty high here. Was that 150% essentially? No, that's incorrect. 120% increase to his focus, and you'll see the reason why that will definitely probably pay dividend here. So with his ultimate ability, Pulverize, which is 4 out of 4, gets it on turn 1. Attack the primary target for 600% damage, plus flip all evade and deflect, and then he's going to apply defense down and stun. So I think they wanted to make sure that he was going to be able to flip those positive effects and primarily probably also be able to land the stun against some of those higher teams, like maybe even looking at the Darkhold team that has really super high resistance. Maybe they were kind of thinking about that in War and being able to get past some of those teams here. So they wanted to make sure that he had the higher focus with the passive, and of course being able to land that stun, which of course Sun and Morgan kind of usually gives you a little bit of a win on that in that regard there. This attack cannot be blocked, nor can it be dodged. On War defense, which I thought was interesting because majority of what they do is just in War. This one is specifically War defense. This attacks the enemy with the highest focus instead of the primary target, ignoring taunt. So if you get stuck behind Wong, I'm assuming that they're trying to make it so that you will definitely attack a character like Morgan Le Fay with that on defense. So interesting. I think it's more of a situation where they're trying to safeguard you being able to kind of, for them to be able to beat maybe probably Darkhold or something like that. That's probably the reason why they're doing it. That's my assumption on that one. We could definitely kind of wait to see how it sort of kind of turns out here. But with the special ability, Deafening Clap, once again another 4 out of 4. He attacks all enemies for 250% piercing, plus clear defense up and apply offense down for 2 turns and defense down for 2 turns here as well. So some more negative effects. Gain 100% focus against targets with defense down. Gain 100% crit chance against targets with defense down or defense up, and this attack cannot be blocked here. And then basic ability, attack the primary target with 250% piercing plus clear defense up and apply defense down. Chain to one adjacent target for 200% piercing plus clear defense up plus apply defense down, and a counter attack will then break that chain. So that's Abomination here, and the next character is Braun. Now Braun is, they mentioned here, he's gonna be, that he's Braun is more known for his smarts than his brawn. He uses his heightened intelligence to support his Gamma allies and Marvel Strike Force by clearing positive effects on enemies, increasing max health on Gamma allies, and applying offense down with his special ability here. So you'll see he does have the hero tag. As they said, it's an infusion of heroes and then villains. Hero, global, bio, and then support. So he's a support character here for this team. And of course, let's have that Gamma tag as well. So jumping down to his passive, Mastermind Exilo, I believe is how that's pronounced. Unturn, heal for 20% of this character's max health. At the end of any turn, clear a heal block on self or a random Gamma ally that has heal block and regeneration, which is kind of confusing. And then clear heal block on self or a random Gamma ally that has heal block and regeneration. I don't know how that works out with the regeneration. Usually heal block flips to regeneration, so curious to see how that works. I'm probably just reading it wrong. It's late, y'all. Forgive me if I don't fully understand that. When this character or any Gamma ally drops below 50% health, fill that character's speed bar by 15%, give them offense up, and then give them those 3 death proofs. So that's definitely going to make them a lot more sustaining and pretty tanky there. Hard to kill, right, because of those additional death proofs. Gain 30% max health, and then Gamma allies will also gain 30% max health in War. So they're not in War defense or on War offense, just in War. Unspawn, if Hulk is an ally, gain safeguard and immunity. Unspawn, apply speed up to self and all Gamma allies, and then unspawn on offense, apply 3 deflect to self and all Gamma allies. So they're gonna have some speed mechanics here. They're gonna have offense up, be able to do a lot of damage, being able to negate damage as well with the deflects, and of course, you know, also the death proofs and all that. So they're definitely gonna be a pretty tanky team. Good resistance here as well. Gain 200% resistance. Gamma allies also gain 200% resistance. So a lot of really helpful support sort of mechanics here from Braun that will help out the team. His ultimate ability, Showboat, which is a 5 out of 5, so it gets it on turn 1. Attack the primary target for 150%, plus steal. This is bonkers right here. Well, this is just literally crazy. Steal 35% health from the primary target and redistribute 500% of the health stolen to self and all gamma allies. This bypasses heal block. This is kind of crazy, right? I mean, that's a good amount of health pool back there. Remove all targets effects from self and all gamma. It's also good damage too, right? 35% health. Remove all negative effects from self and all gamma allies. Apply immunity to self and all gamma allies. This attack's health steal ignores death proof and passives that are triggered when character drops below a certain particular health. So this is definitely flat out calling out certain characters like Agatha, who will cloak a character because of the whenever they get below a certain specific health. So it seems as if though they're kind of creating this team to be able to even take on some of the other legendary horseman teams. So very interesting there. Of course, probably could think about maybe even Young Avengers to a certain extent, right? With of course the death proofs that with Squirrel Girl there. So a lot of interesting stuff going on there with the kit. Special ability Gamma Slammer, energy cost 5 out of 5, attack the primary and adjacent targets for 250% damage, copy and clear all positive effects, which is kind of cool. Excluding taunt from each target, spread all positive effects excluding taunt from self to all gamma allies. Really good there. And then in war, this attack cannot be blocked. A lot of the stuff that they're saying right now, like in war, I mean, there's definitely some boosts that are there in war. But from what I can see here, a lot of this kit is still useful. A lot of these kits are still useful outside of war too, right? But yeah, in war attacks might be about. Go back to the basic here. For the basic ability, attack the primary target for 320% damage, plus apply offense down, apply regeneration to the most injured gamma ally. So pretty good kit so far. We still definitely got to see Red Hulk and see what the reworks are going to be. They mentioned here Hulk and She-Hulk are getting a rework to be a part of this team that's going to be available next week, I believe, sometime in patch 6 version 6.3. So we'll find out some more information about that then. But want to talk about some other stuff. Down here they mentioned the Pestilence Scourge event. So we saw the data, we saw the in-game mail that said Apocalypse Pestilence Saga, right? So it is confirmed that the Pestilence Scourge event is going to be returning. Now this is kind of a quick turnaround. If you ask me, this was not expected at all. They said it's time here to reap more Morgan Le Fay character shards. Prepare yourself for this event that will drop on July 27th. So literally that's 5 days away from right now. So really not much time to plan. I think we would have hoped that this would have started in patch 6.3, but maybe have gone to the middle of patch 6.3. So kind of early in my opinion that they're kind of throwing this out there already. But I think we already knew it was coming. It was just, dang, like it's next week. So we'll see how long it lasts. We'll have to take it from there. But for you get into your Web Warriors or Dark Hunters here for your higher difficulties in Node 5 and Node 10. So definitely do prepare for that. This is a really important note that they mentioned here as well. For accounts that already have Morgan Le Fay at 7 stars, you will be removed or be moved to a separate Victor's leaderboard. There will be a different milestone reward that does not include Morgan Le Fay character shards. The Victor's leaderboard doesn't contain any rank rewards, but it does give you a place where you can flex your high score. So that could be cool, depending on if you care about it. But also for us, like players who are going to be pushing, it's good that they're going to be out of there, and those 500 players are not going to be counting towards a rank. So that's very good that is happening. As this is the second run of the event, the first time run rewards will not be present. So keep in mind that the 8 times 15 rewards, those won't be there, or the whatever multiple times 15 rewards won't be there. So keep that in mind as we go into the Scourge event. They also talked about Gear Tier 17, a little bit of an update here. The next level of power is nearly here. Gear Tier 17 is arriving with the forthcoming version 6.3 and will be critical. Will be a critical component in the Horseman saga and eventually unlock an Apocalypse. There will be many ways to ride out of the gate to start earning gear and bolster your roster. So you can see here with Morgan that extra circle there to show off the teal gear. That is right there. Cosmic Crucible, they mentioned, will be one of the primary sources the primary sources of gear tier 17. What a surprise. I talked about this in other videos. So I talked about this on stream multiple times. We kind of saw this coming, right? Players at level 85 and above will see new slots added to the Cosmic Crucible supplies that will have a dedicated slot for GT17, mini uniques, and 5 slots for teal origin pieces, 1 per origin. I assume that level 90 you'll have to be there to actually equip the full gear tier 17, or to get to gear tier 17. I'm assuming that's the case. They haven't mentioned that here yet. I'll continue reading. Next, in the raid orb store, there will be a new teal raid orb, teal elite raid orb, that contains G17 pieces. The primary method of earning fragments for this new orb will be through the Doom Raid 3, see below. And then heading over to the main supply stores, there will be limited availability of gear tier 17. Pretty standard stuff here with G17. This is the only one that's really kind of new here, where they're adding a teal elite raid orb, which will give you some extra pieces. So I think that's kind of nice. But G17, we'll have to see exactly how they release this, because considering how G16 went, a little dicey at times, right? In the main orb store, there will be a new Armory 17 orb. Hopefully there's more than 2 slots, man. I mean, give us 3 slots. Hopefully they also update the Armory 16 orbs to have 3 slots as well. We'd like to see them make that change. In the upcoming weeks and months, there will be many opportunities to earn fragments for this orb through limited time events and purchase them through select offers. Of course, be sure to check in regularly for more information and how to get these valuable G17 infusions. And then Doom Raid 3, so much things in this blog post, guys. A lot of information here. The Doctor is always in, this time with a new iteration of his challenging raids. Doom Raid 3 will be available in the upcoming version 6.3 and bring a new level of challenge. Doom Raid 3 will generally be harder by 1 difficulty level over Doom Raid 2. For example, normal difficulty on Doom Raid 3 will be on par with difficulty 1 in Doom Raid 2. So that's good to know. So it actually might make sense that if you're doing maybe 2.3, that if you jump to Doom 3 and you're doing difficulty 1, it's probably going to be on par with Doom 2.2, right? I think that's what they're saying here. So for some people who may have been concerned about it, I still feel like it gives you an opportunity to be able to kind of enter it and do some damage, do some stuff here, depending on what the requirements are, if your roster is ready for it. So which they did talk about some requirements here, right? The minimum requirements to battle in nodes include ISO 8 blue level 3, with the highest difficulty requiring level 4 blue ISO. It's also recommended that characters be at level 90 and 5+ red stars for higher difficulties. Not a surprise there. The rewards they listed down here new rewards, which contains gear tier 16 and G17 mini uniques. When the feature launches, it's anticipated that players will earn fragments based on this completion rate: 30% enough fragments for half a teal elite orb, 60% enough fragments for 1 teal elite orb, and then enough fragments for 1.5 teal elite orb if you do 100%. So definitely going to be some slow grinding there to be able to get that gear. So hoping that, I guess, Cosmic Crucible will have some more rewards where that's concerned. And then reaching 30% completion on higher difficulties will award additional teal elite fragments. Additionally, purple ability materials are being added as rank rewards in previous versions of the Doom raids. I would also like to see them still make some sort of address to G14s, but that's a separate blog. I guess we'll talk about that in a separate video. And then Cosmic Crucible leagues are coming. So much anticipated leagues feature is coming in like a meteor with version 6.3 and will aid the Living Tribunal with their judgment. I just wanted to aid in me getting more resources so I can actually buy gear. Your league placement will be based on your Tribunal rating, with 6 possible placements in ascending order. So bronze, silver, gold, platinum. I think I'm in platinum right now. I don't think I'm not quite sure exactly. I usually get like 16,000 or so rewards per at the season when it's done. So maybe that's diamond. I have no idea. Who knows? But yes, you can see what they are here. Master being the highest one. Increasing your league ranking will increase your rewards payout at the end of the Cosmic Crucible. Be sure to check out your league status in version 6.3 and start strategizing your path to master ranking. So it looks as if though we'll actually have something in game that will help us to kind of know more so where we are than sort of kind of just having to guess right now based on the previous information that they've shared with us. They've made some changes here as well to the streaks. They're going to be adding 24 superior basic catalyst parts, and will be replacing the basic 2 ISO 8 orb fragments with 2 T2 ISO 8 credits. We'll see what that looks like. And they're going to be making some changes to the new origin challenges. The improvements keep coming in version 6.3 with the addition of difficulty 4 and difficulty 5 of challenges featuring origin gear. The minimum requirements for difficulty 4 of each challenge include the related origin traits and have an ISO 8 blue level 2 equipped. These requirements for difficulty 5 also include ISO 8 blue level 3 to be equipped. It is recommended that characters be at least level 85, 7 yellow stars, 4 red stars, gear tier 15, max ability levels, and have full 25% Stark tech. So like I said, guys, a lot of information to digest here. I think the biggest information for us, or at least for me, I would think, is the Gamma team, Red Hulk actually being confirmed, who we're going to be using now, or we have as options, right? Ravagers, Wave 1 Avengers. Looks like Hero as Guardian is going to be your main team to use where that's concerned. Pestilence Scourge event, that came really early, but it looks like we're going to be getting that saga right after that. G17, I'm a little weary on that right now. I don't know exactly how it's going to work out, but Doom Raid 3 seems at least obtainable for a decent amount of us here who are already in the end game with respect to probably level 90. We're going to have to make some changes there. Hopefully the Cosmic Crucible Leagues bring some good rewards there, or higher rewards. We'll have to see what that looks like as it kind of goes forth. But listen, what are your thoughts here on all this information? A lot to digest. What was your sort of hot topics that you picked out here? What's more important to you? But listen, appreciate you guys watching the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Until next time, guys, y'all be blessed. Y'all be safe. Bye.